This is Peter Lau. Today is Friday, April 26th. I'm at 2011 Marvista Avenue, Altadena, California. I'll be entering through the front right side cleanout. So we're on the right side of the house right now, if you're facing from the street, and this cleanout is a little bit hidden behind these bushes over here. And in a brief moment we will be transitioning to the end of the sewer line, as that provides the clearest video. We're about 73 feet into the main sewer line where it ties in with the city sewer at a depth of 10 feet. I'll be making my way back towards the access point. Currently we're working our way back from clay, and two main issues that arise with clay that are very commonly seen are offsets and root intrusion, and they usually come hand in hand. So right away on the top left, or rather the right side of the screen, you'll note that there is a root intrusion. It's not causing any blockages at the present time of inspection. However, when I pull back a little bit, you'll note that there is more root intrusion, and I will recommend that the line gets hydrojetted, and that should clear up all the roots. And this is another good example of what an offset looks like. You can see where the root's growing, it's growing at a joint, so that's acceptable. Usually when roots grow from the joints, they don't cause that much damage. So versus the roots growing from the center of the pipe, that could indicate damage to the line. However, in this case, the roots are growing from the joints, which is completely normal to see. And more roots noted throughout the line. Currently, as stated prior, we are working our way back from clay piping. Most cities like to use clay for their sewer lines because it's relatively inexpensive, and it does have a long estimated service life. So the root intrusion looks a lot bigger than it is because we're so close up to it. But for your reference, this pipe size that we're currently in, it's about 4 inches in diameter, and the camera head is about 1 inch in diameter. So these roots probably run for about, distance-wise, 2 to 4 inches. Again, these roots are all growing in at the joints of the pipes, and that's completely normal to see, especially if there's a lot of vegetation running where the sewer line is running. Offsets are primarily what allows for roots to grow into the lines, as they do allow for moisture leakage. And we're dragging behind a little bit of roots that have caught onto the camera head. There we go, we got rid of it. So again, going back to that hydrojet, basically it's a high pressure water jetter, and it's used at a very high pressure, PSI, and basically if you can picture pressure washing your car, it's similar to that, except they stick in a device and then it just shoots all around the interior side of the pipe, forwards and backwards, and it uses water to cut through any debris and roots within the line. So there was water running prior to this inspection, as it is good to run some water and let it flush out. Even with all the root intrusion, you'll note that there is no standing water within the line, which is a good sign. Given that this is clay piping material, I would not expect to find any low spots within the line. With about 32 feet remaining, we are still working our way back from clay piping. And other than the root intrusion and the offsets, the line looks to be in fully functional form. there are any cracks. There are not any cracks within the clay section of the line thus far. Again, there is a lot of vegetation growing in close proximity to where the sewer line is running, which is why there are so many roots. But just to recap, as long as the roots are growing in a joint, usually there isn't any damage that's done unless it's by a really big tree. However, these are just mostly bushes and plants that are growing. And I'll pause the video for just a quick moment because some dislodged tree roots have caught onto the camera head once again. There we go. The roots have been dislodged. So now we're making our way back up the access point, which is why there's a lot of lens flare. The camera head is currently dangling. I'll take a quick moment to clear that up. Camera head has been cleared up, and now we're working our way back up the access point that was used initially. And this concludes the inspection of the main sewer line. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call, text, or email me. Thank you.